You ever cut to the wrong screen and just completely screw up when you're trying to make everything do it right? Hey, welcome in, y'all. This is Wyatt here with Cowboy Whiskey Adventures, and I would like to say a very big welcome to everyone coming in tonight. I first live stream here, and I got quite a few people: Roger, Craig, Mike, Austin. Hey, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. I might have a little bit of a background noise. I might have my mic a little bit too high. I'm working on a new microphone that I got here, so um, hopefully this PV's not too bad. Anyway, welcome in. Um, like I said, first stream here on YouTube for me, especially a live one. I've done a lot of gaming and stuff like that, but this is the first time I've ever actually had to sit and talk to people. So this is going to be very interesting. I'm been looking forward to it all week, kind of geeking out about it. So anyway, let's see here. Cheers to everyone. Thank you for coming by. Tonight, I got a few things lined up. We're going to play a little bit on Cahoots here. And then I've got some other things that I wanted to talk about. Let's see. Thank you very much, Craig. I love my logo too. I thought long and hard about it. I really, just to tell you a little bit about the channel and about me, I kind of really wanted to start this whole thing up because at the time, I didn't know there was many people actually that were doing things with bourbon here in Washington State. Now, I live in Washington State. I'm originally from Texas. Military brought me up here. So I really kind of wanted to start getting into whiskey because a lot of my friends are into it. And I never really was. I was kind of more of a beer guy for a while. And it seems like the more that I hung out, the more it was like, well, I'll try it. And it was the only real experience that I had with it was, the old brown paper sack under my grandpa's sink, or Jack Daniels Old Number 7 when I was in the military and, getting out of high school and stuff and just getting blitzed out of my mind on it. And it was like, that's not really what I want. So, just to tell you a little bit about it, the first time that I really tried it was when my wife and I were in Vegas, and she had actually went out and got tickets for my birthday, and we were going to see George Strait. So we're sitting here and we're at the it was the New York, and we were playing a slot machine. It was the James Bond game, and we ended up getting into a bonus and winning a little bit of money. And um, while we were sitting there waiting for them to bring us a hand pay, um, I decided, well, the waitress had come up and asked me if I wanted anything to drink, and I'm like, well, everybody always talks about um, the old fashioned. So I said, hey, how about an old fashioned? So she brought me one, and then when she handed it to me, she said, hey, I just want to let you know that the bartender made this with Top Shelf. And at the time, I'm like, oh, what the hell's Top Shelf? I have no clue. And come to find, she said it was something called Blanton's. And at the time, I had no clue what it was. And I had it and I enjoyed it. We went and saw George, and it was a fantastic concert there in Vegas. We absolutely loved it. And then when we came back, we went back to the New York, and Buckaroo. We went back to the New York, and I had another one, but it wasn't as good, and just I wanted the same kind that I had before, so I went up and I talked to the bartender, and he showed me a bottle of Wild Turkey, and it wasn't like Wild Turkey 101 or anything like that. It was just kind of a bar, lower proof Wild Turkey, and I was like, oh, that's kind of when I learned that there is a huge difference in whiskey types and the distilleries and the mash bill and all this stuff. And so it kind of opened my eyes to the whole world of whiskey and everything that goes with it, not just whiskey, but bourbon and single malts and things like that. And yes, I'm still a rookie at this, or a novice, or wet behind the ears, as my mom would say. So any help along the way that I get from people like Matt from Whiskey Wisdom, or hey Austin, how you doing? And of course Troy and Laura from Baker Drinks, and then Northwest Bourbon. He's up here close by me. I know he's military as well. So it's just a whole different world, and I'm really enjoying it. And I've found a lot of things, and especially up here in Washington State, some good, some not my jam. I more I like than others. So let's see what's everybody saying here in the chat. And I apologize 'cause I have my chat on the complete wrong side. I need to have it over here so I can actually see what you guys are talking about. So let's see here. Austin, what do you call the Bourbon Santa? What? Okay, cheers. Uh, what is the opossum? The possum crew? Is that what it is? If I'm screwing that up, let me know because I'm horrible with names and pronunciations. And if you don't believe me, you can ask my wife, who's probably watching. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Anyway, looks like you guys are kind of talking amongst yourselves. Roger, thank you. Cheers to you as well. Um, I kind of have just Daniel Beasley. Um, I just threw a few bottles over here. My bar is on the other side of the room, and I kind of do a lot of videos and stuff from there. I've been working a lot on I kind of took off on TikTok, been having fun with that, and then of course they threw it down, and then now it's back up, and you can't really get TikTok unless you had it before. So, it, anyway, I wanted to get on to YouTube more because I feel like it's a better platform to talk to people and things like that. I've only been doing this for about 7 months now, and I've gotten more and more into it. Now, a few people have asked where I'm from in Washington State. I live in Puyallup, Washington, so um, if it's in Pierce County, yeah, I know. Don't make fun of me. Um, it's close to Tacoma, if you know where that's at. Anyway, I've been to quite a few different little bourbon hunts around here and things like that, and I've watched a ton of YouTube and a ton of people that have talked about different things. Um, and when I found that there was more people that live in Washington State, oh, the Bourbon Brothers, that's another one that I found that recently that lives here in Washington State. Um, I was like, wow, where were all these guys when I first wanted to start getting into whiskey? And then I realized that I looked, but it's like you don't really search long enough or hard enough, and then when you really start getting into something, whatever it is in your life that you find just kind of come become more in tune with it. I don't know if that makes sense or not. Does that make sense? Kind of, sort of, really, but not really. What? You're close to Olympia? Oh, we got somebody from Georgia here. Let's see. Oh, Whiskey Wisdom, of course. Hey, Matt, how you doing? You and Pookie, thanks for stopping by. I know I'm early. Don't make fun of me. It's all right. I can deal with it. I'm still figuring out the whole YouTube algorithm thing and how you make moderators and so forth. I've been on Twitch for a while, so now doing it here is going to be a little bit different for me, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. I got people like Matt who had me on his stream and kind of encouraged me to come on to YouTube here. So that was, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Um, and he doesn't understand why I like Texas whiskey so much, but I do, and that, and I don't think it's just because I'm from there. I don't know. I've tried a bunch of others. Yes, from a lot of local stuff like Doc Swenson's, Skunk Brothers. You have oh goodness gracious, Woodenville, Copperworks, Two Bar, Brown Foreman, I think, something along that. I can't really remember. So yeah. Oh yeah, Westward's down in Oregon. I actually got their bottles from Westward, and one is the chocolate, and the other one is the cherry bomb, and they're both fantastic. I never really had gotten into the single malts until I tried that, and I really enjoyed them. I didn't think I'd enjoy them that much, but I do. So, oh yeah, Still Austin. I'm sorry. How can I forget about Still Austin? Oh goodness gracious. Um, oh, I'm sorry. We were talking about Texas whiskeys or Washington whiskeys. I get so confused because I'm trying to highlight the Washington whiskeys, but I tend to really enjoy the Texas whiskeys like Garrison Brothers, Still Austin, Balcones, TX whiskey, which is kind of my favorite sipper. I know it. I enjoy it. What can I say? Anyway, I took the liberty of setting up a Cahoots game, so we could try that here in a little bit. And then I have a whiskey of the month that I wanted to talk about, and it's actually from a local Washington distillery, and that's kind of what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to do my own whiskey of the month, and it's going to be from the Washington distilleries. Now, some people probably won't enjoy them as much, especially if you're from the East Coast and you like the higher proofs. A lot of the stuff from here in Washington, unless you can get the distiller's picks or the just the higher, it's harder to get the higher proofs in some of these. So you'll have to bear with me on some of these whiskeys of the month. Remember, I'm trying to highlight the Washington whiskeys, not all the other stuff. Like the new, I heard about the new Eagle Rare 12 year that's coming out. It's supposed to be a 47.5 ABV. The Weller 18 year 90 proof straight wheat whiskey. I heard about that today. So I was kind of, that was different. And that Buffalo Trace had just finished their $1.2 billion expansion, which I thought was weird. So no, I did not get the tater stickers for those. I wanted them, but they didn't come in mine. Got well, so my wife's doing something downstairs. It's the 700 series bottle. She's actually putting some in ice cream and making me a whiskey milkshake or a whiskey ice cream later in the stream. So I'm kind of excited about that too. My wife's awesome. um, let's see. I was going. Where's it? I had a whole bunch of crap I wanted to talk about, but then I get on here, of course, and I can't remember what I'm supposed to talk about. Oh, let's see. I got my own notes here. And the cool part is that I can actually show you guys my back camera, which I hit first, so you can see what I'm working with. Kinda everything's here, and bottles and crap are over there. So I'm I'm working with stuff like that. um, my whiskey of the month is actually the Woodinville Founders Find. They say it's aged 12 years and that the whiskey is made from a bourbon mash. And that's pretty much it. Um, this is it here that I got from them. It's their Founders Find, and whoever wins the cahoots tonight, I'm going to send them a handshake of this. So, well, thank you, Austin. I appreciate it. Matt makes fun of me because I call them handshakes. Other people call them handshakes. Some people call them samples. I'm sorry. He calls them a sample in Georgia, and I call them a handshake. I don't know. I don't even know where I got that from, to be honest with you. But anyway, we won't go into that. You'll have to watch his little stream with me to get that whole point and stuff like that. Anyway, Woodinville ended up with they reused some of their older barrels, and they scraped all the barrels clean, and they refilled it with the bourbon that they found, and then they put it in their rick house. They misplaced them, and then it was sourced from like Tennessee and Indiana whiskeys, and they were like 107 proof on this. But I know that they were aged anywhere from 12 to 13 years in their Founders Find whiskey. So that's kind of my whiskey of the month from the Woodinville Whiskey Company. And what I'm going to do is I'll show you a really short, don't, it's a really short video of the Woodinvilles, if I can get it to move from this screen to the other one, because I have that problem sometimes. So I can show you guys this. So I'll open this up and show you guys, and then this is, if you don't know anything about Woodinville whiskey, you're about to, and this is kind of some of the stuff that I'm going to do. So this is actually going to be, let me see if I got it here. Oh, whiskey of the month. All right, so we'll go here, put you in theater mode. Actually, we'll go full screen, and then we'll hit play.
In the heart of a wine tasting region, you'll also find something a bit stronger to sip. Even the people who don't necessarily like to drink whiskey walk away with the bottle.
Woodinville Whiskey has been producing some of the state's best spirits ever since they filled their first bottle.
Brett and Orlin, our two founders, started the business in 2010, shortly after all the laws changed in Washington where you could legally distill for the first time since Prohibition. A lot of countries make their own version of whiskey. Here in the US, we use majority corn for our bourbon and majority rye for our rye whiskey.
When the whiskey is distilled, it comes out clear. The brown color comes after it matures in American oak barrels.
The average age of the Woodinville whiskey is 5 years.
This small-scale distillery puts out a lot of award-winning cheer, but the amount is nothing compared to their mass-produced southern counterparts.
In a year, we fill about 2,500 barrels, and that's what most Kentucky distilleries do in a day or two.
If you're not sure how to drink it, here's a little Whiskey 101.
Rye whiskey is typically in your classic cocktails, like a Manhattan and a Sazerac. And then our bourbon, I think, goes well in an old-fashioned, and then a whiskey smash is the perfect summer cocktail.
If you prefer to drink it straight, there are ways to do that too.
A lot of people drink it neat, on the rocks, or with a few drops of water. Neat, you're going to get the most flavor and the most alcohol. It's the highest proof that you'll have it at. If you put it on the rocks, you'll dilute it just a little bit, and you add a few drips of water, you'll be lowering the proof, so you'll get to taste different flavors.
But no matter how you like to put it down, Woodinville Whiskey is more than happy to keep putting it up.
What we're dealing with here.
Started doing custom engraving on the bottles. You can pretty much get anything you
Which I
want
hate when you do
engraved.
that. I'm still trying to figure this damn thing out. I keep messing it up. Oh well, we'll get it figured out. All right, let's see, back, and let's go back to, where is it? There it is, okay. Hey, I thought it was a good pour. I didn't think it was that big. You know, anyway, that's the Woodinville Whiskey Company, and they're out of Woodinville, Washington, and this is their founder's find, their 12-year. And I actually really enjoy it. I thought I had the mash bill up here of it, but I guess I don't. What would I do? Don't you hate that? Oh, well. Oh, it says the tasting notes are lots of oak and spice with some caramel and vanilla on the palate. Meh. I don't know if I really tasted the caramel in it, but you know. Oh, I'm sorry. Here you go.
What we're dealing with here is a complete lack of respect for the law.
There. That work? I love Sheriff Buford T. Justice. Who doesn't love Smokey and the Bandit, right? A huge fan. I talk in frequent movie quotes, which I've been told numerous times that that's a little bit too much, but I do it anyway. Let's see here. So I'd actually poured some. Oh, this is something else. I can't. This is actually. I better finish this off first. So then I'll have some water and then I'll drink some of that Founder's Find, and then we'll do a cahoots or something if y'all want. Please feel free to ask me any questions. I'm trying to. I moved it over to this screen so I can see it now and actually interact with you guys. I keep getting away from the mic, you know. But
at least I don't sound like this.
Oh, I could if I wanted to. I got all different types of voice things on here too that I could use. So I was talking about whiskey when I was younger, and my grandfather, who used to, he worked at a car lot, basically. He owned it. He didn't work at it. He owned his own car lot. No way. Did they really? They did a tasting on what? Was it the Woodinville? Oh, man. Get him, Roger. Let's see. Anyway, back to my grandfather. He would come home from work and always I would see him pouring soda into these glasses, and they were like these really tall glasses with ice. And I never saw him really pour what was in the brown bag in the glass first, which turned out to be, it was either Evan Williams or Jim Beam. I can't remember. I think it was Jim Beam, I'm pretty sure, because anytime I try that, I just really don't like it at all. Greg, thanks for stopping in, man. I appreciate it. Really, thank you so much. But anyway, the glasses looked a lot like this. They were this kind of crystal look, but they were way bigger. And I would always pester him to get a drink because all I ever saw him put in there was Coke. And when I actually got it, it was like, oh, Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. I've got to learn how to do these things and talk more about stuff. But like I said, first one, so we're working on it. I'm learning. I'll get better. Let's see here. I don't have the whiskey news. You got to go to Whiskey Wisdom to hear about whiskey news. I don't have that yet. The only news that I had was what I read earlier about the Eagle Rare and the Weller 18. But let's see. I do have. Let me see if I can do this cahoots because I don't know if I know how to do that right or not. So, Matt, if I screw this up, you can help me later, and maybe you can help me figure it out. I think I can. I can only do like 20 people, but that's all right. And I don't have that many people here, so it's okay. I don't mind. Let's see here. Oh, I did also find out that Buffalo Trace is now the official bourbon for Alaska Airlines. Don't ask me how I learned that. I don't know, but I learned it today. I did. Interesting fact. All right, let's see here. Let's go to our cahoots game. Let's see. Dun-dun-dun. All right, so let's see here. All right, now how do I get that over here? So I'm gonna figure out how to put this cahoots thing on here. Let's text. Okay. C.ID. It's gonna be. Sorry, folks. Wow, that's huge. That's what she said. And the pin is 981-3319. So if you would like to play Kahoot, so the actual Kahoot that I have set up for tonight is, let me get everything else over here. I can get it out of the way and I'll put the Kahoot on the main screen. Dun, 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 dun. Handshake. I know who that is. All right, there we go. Put that over here. So yeah, if you like to get into the Kahoot for tonight, you go to the over here. I'm sorry, the www.kahoot.it, and then the pin number that you're going to put in is 981-3319. If you would like to play. Now it's basically just 10 questions. It's not any super big questions, but where's that? Let's see here. It's basically cowboy trivia, whiskey, and country music. So that's what my Kahoot's about tonight. So if you're watching and you would like to play, I'll do that. We'll give it 5 minutes. How's that sound? But I am gonna kill this, mute this thing here because that's a little loud. There we go. Let's drop that off there. It's that Kahoots thing. Let's see. I'm gonna pour some of this Founder's Fine, though. We'll give it a shot. What do you think? Yeah, where is it? Oh, it's right there. Sweet. I do have my water though, so make sure that you drink water. I learned this from Northwest Bourbon. You have to drink water when you drink lots of. It helps. I promise. Oh, come on. I know you people want to play this. It's easy. You can do it at work too if you're watching from work. Some of you guys can. Just type it in, put the pin number in, and play. It's easy. It's simple. I learned how to do it on Whiskey Wisdom's channel. I got my butt kicked, but I think I finished top 5. Something like that. Don't make me start singing. I will. After I have a few more of these. Wait. It gets better, I promise. Let's see. So one thing that we are going to be doing here on the 15th of February is the Brew Fest at the Alani Casino. And they actually, it's not just brews, it's also all different types of spirits. And they got a lot of foodies that are going to be there. Some of the big name chefs too are going to be there. We've got, let's see, I can't even think of his name. He's from the Iron Chef. My wife would know all this stuff because she's fantastic at that kind of stuff. I wish I was, but she has that, you know, we all have our own better half. That Troy has Laura, Matt has Pookie, I have Liz. And basically they're the ones that keep us running on the straight and narrow or keeps us on the straight path, I guess is the only way I know how to put it, so we don't screw up too bad. Let's see here. Let's see what else we got going on. Oh, I know that I kind of butted in on the Women of Whiskey Night. I found that out earlier that they stream on Wednesdays too, so you know, you can watch them. Mine's not that long. You can come over here and say hi, and we'll go that route. All right, so I've only got one with the Kahoot, and I'm just gonna kind of put that off to the side for a minute. Let's see. I'm not really. I thought I had more planned. Yep, still waiting for players. Oh well, it works. We'll just wait on that for a little bit. Let's see here. What do we got? My handshake left it. That's all right. Well, hell, I can still do it. I just. Looking at other things here that I had on my list. Oh, I'll tell you what. I was going to do a video on this, but since I have time, I will just talk about it now. So I had quite a few people that asked me basically about my hat. My hat was made for me by CJ Landers from Landers Hat Works. If you can find him on the web, and he actually watched one of my live streams or one of my TikToks, and didn't like the hat that I was wearing at the time. I was wearing a straw, and he messaged me and said that he would love to make me a hat. And I found out later on that he actually made the hats for Yellowstone. So he was one of the hat shapers for the series Yellowstone, which I thought was extremely cool. So he made this hat for me, and it's got my my tagline on the inside. It's got the CWA on the side here, which I don't know if you can see or not, but I'm not taking my hat off because I have hat hair. Sorry, it ain't happening. Which, if you're looking for a custom hat, man, this guy does fantastic work. But anyway, I had people that have always asked me about my hat and what I knew about it. So I kind of wrote some stuff out that I'll just talk about here just for a second. The hat is possibly the most iconic thing out there as far as cowboys go. The round curved brim, the pinch top on the top of the hat are the most recognized piece of Western wear, but they haven't always had this look. So actually, John B. Stetson, who was a famous manufacturer in Philadelphia, created a hat, and it was called the Boss of the Plains in 1865. Now, by today's standards, it wasn't this didn't look anything like this. The Boss of the Plains was basically a flat brim with a rounded top, and it was made to withstand the elements. It was made from fur from beaver, rabbit, and some other small animals. But the durability of the hat to keep the weather off of the cowboys, and it became very popular. So only today, within the past 50 years, has it become more and more shaped like this. It's curved up on the sides for the cowboys who like to throw ropes and lassos so it doesn't get tangled up. It's pinched and dropped down a little bit to withstand the wind and things like that when you're on horseback. So it's kind of evolved, and everybody has their own way of wearing it. So not everybody's hat is shaped the same. If you look at different people, like Garth Brooks wears his flat, Dwight Yoakam has his turned up, Junior Brown has his turned way up. There's all different types of way to wear a hat, and I've always told people, hey, if you like it and you want to wear it, you can. You don't have to be a cowboy if you want to wear a hat. If you like it and you want to wear it, wear it. Who cares? I mean, it's traditionally worn that way, but I love it. I have a lot of hats, but there's all different types of hat manufacturers out there. You have the bigger names like the Stetsons, the Baileys, the Resistals. I think Cody James has hats now and things like that. So, Gandy joined Kahoot. Hey, cool. So I got two in the Kahoot. So at least you guys can battle against each other here in a minute. If you would like to get in on the Kahoot, I got about another 2 minutes, and then I'm going to start it up. And hopefully everything works out right on it. And then, like I said, if I don't get it right, I'm sure that Matt will let me know. So I think I didn't do anything over here that's all screwed up. But anyway, we'll find out who wins it. And then, of course, they get the free whiskey. So if you want a chance at winning some free whiskey tonight, please go to kahoot.it and then put in the PIN number you see above me. And you can also play in it because we're getting ready to start this thing up. Because I have 2 and that's good enough for me. I'll get more. I probably won't get as many as Matt, but I'm going to win the next one that he does. Me, I'm going to win it. All right. All right, so let's see here. All right, we have... Yeah. Probably 3-ounce sample of the Founder's Fine, the Woodenville, for the winner of the Kahoot. Kahoots. Is it Kahoot? Kahoot. There's a Kahoots. I don't remember. I'm not super smart. I graduated the 3rd grade. Yes, sir. I'm proud of it. Me and my dad graduated same year. I know. Don't start with me.
What do you say? Shut up, one shit at a time.
Right? Okay, let's get this thing started. All right, let me go over here and we'll go into the, let's see if I got the right screen here. Whoop. All right. Here we go. Oh, it's supposed to say George Strait's first single. I screwed that up. I'm sorry. It's totally bad. Can't believe I didn't get. How can you misspell George Strait? I even looked at it. It's horrible. Oh. What? Nobody got it? All right, well, I'll show the media anyway. Can you hear it? I don't think you can hear it. Well, that sucks. Oh, it's because I turned the Kahoot down. That's why. I'm sorry. We'll go to the next one. Oh, we got 3 in there. All right. On to question 2. Nobody answered the first one. In rodeo history, who was the first African-American bull riding champion? Since it's Black History Month. Who was it? Oh, we got one answer. 2. Charlie Sampson. Oh, Matt. I'm never going to hear the end of if he wins this. I just want to let y'all know that. All right, number 3. Here we go. According to Google, who is the most searched cowboy on the web? Oh, that's not fair. It's already showing it. It's not supposed to show it until I want it to. Damn. Yes, it's not Wyatt Earp, the American Cowboy, or Urban Cowboy, John Travolta. It is the Dallas Cowboys. All right, I'll see if I can pause the next one so it doesn't ruin it. All right, here we go. Dun, dun, dun. 4. What is the biggest ranch in the United States of America?
This ranch.
Can't cover it up. If you look, you'll be able to tell. You know, I thought it was the King Ranch too, but of course it's XIT, and it's up in the Panhandle of Texas, and they have every year. I'll show you here. What's
this
it?
ranch was the largest ranch in U.S. history. XIT Ranch was over 3 million acres, covered over 10 different counties. It was 200 miles in length and 20 to 30 miles in width. This ranch was located in the Panhandle of Texas. In the 1880s, the state of Texas appropriated over 3 million acres to the federal.
3 million acres? That's a lot. Okay, here we go to the next one. Oh, candy. I'm impressed. The term bottled and bond was a quality standard guaranteed by the government under the Bottled and Bond Act of what year?
The Bottled and Bond.
I stopped it. Oh, it even says it right there. Damn it. I got to get these better. I'm giving all the answers away. Oh, what? Nobody got it right?
The Bottled and Bond Act of 1897 was a groundbreaking piece of legislation that ensured the quality and authenticity of bourbon. Before this act, the whiskey
Don't worry, I got it
industry was
wrong
rife
too
with
until I looked it up.
inconsistencies, and consumers often struggled to find reliable products. The Bottled and Bond Act created a standard for bourbon.
Wow. Nobody got that one right. That's all right. I missed it too. Number 6, here we go. The Bourbon Trail, an experience of touring many different distilleries, is in what state?
Start your Start your time visiting the Bourbon Trail. There are 3 main areas where the distilleries are located. The first is Bardstown, the second
Kentucky,
is
Louisville,
and
Kentucky.
the third is Lexington.
And Lexington,
There, of course-
Kentucky. All right. Dun, dun, dun. Candy in the lead still. All right, here we go. Number 7. Proof question. To be considered a bourbon, the distilled proof must be no higher than what? It's 160. Did I get that right? Oh, no. I think I screwed that one up. No, it is. It's 160 though. Believe it or not. Can't be any higher than that. Let's see here. Gandy's still in the lead. Number 8. To be considered a bourbon, the time it must be aged in new charred oak barrels is... 2 years.
In the heart of Fort Worth, Texas, we're making 2 things. Whiskey.
Oh, no, I don't think that says that. But it is. It's 2 years. Candy, way in the lead. You better catch up, Matt. All right, number 9. In the movie 8 Seconds, Lane Frost was the only champion bull rider to score a qualified ride on what bull? Red Rock. Red Rock was the bull. I got this video right. Yes, it was Lane Frost. But what was the name of the bull that killed Lane Frost? Do you know that? Hey, Bourbon Baller, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. It was High Society. All right, final question coming up. Oh, handshake. I'm impressed. Final quiz. Which one of these is not a Texas whiskey or bourbon? Yes, still Austin. Austin, Texas. Balcones. Garrison Brothers. They're all Texas whiskeys. Boone County is not.
Our flagship, Boone County 1833 Straight Bourbon Whiskey. It's a delicious 10-year-old bourbon whiskey, much of it aged in the rickhouse that you see around me. The bottle is a custom-designed Italian bottle, inspired by Keith Neltner of Campbell County. We also offer 1833 Straight Bourbon Whiskey.
It's Kentucky. We didn't have it. Oh, third place. Oh, handshake finished second. And number one is Gandy. Gandy, if you will actually, you can send me an email to, it's regulators@peak73.com and give me your information. I will get that out to you. I have it boxed and sitting right here for you. Dun-dun-dun. I'm gonna write that down though so I don't forget it. Yeah, I will definitely need your info. All right, let's escape out of that. And we'll go back to this. Then we can pause it. Right, get rid of that. Well, that was my first Kahoot. Was it horrible? Was it terrible? Did you hate it? Did you like it? Anything you didn't like about it? Anything you thought was okay? Dun-dun-dun. Get rid of that. Boink. Bye. Oh man, I made this and I didn't even use it for the trivia. I suck. See? That was my trivia. I spent like 45 minutes making that and I didn't even use it. That's terrible. Yes, Gandy Road, thank you very much. And please, like I said, my email is, if you go to peak73.com, there's, just scroll down, you'll find on page 3, it has my contact information. Just send me your mailing address and I'll get that out to you, okay? I appreciate you playing. That's awesome. Just shapes for you. Man, man, you should feel really bad. Oh, cool. Anyway, let's see. What else was I going to talk about tonight besides? Oh, no, I'm just going to kind of sit here and I don't know how to share people on my stream. Somebody have to teach me how to do that. Otherwise, I can have people join in. But I would have to figure out how to do that. I'm not real good on that kind of stuff yet. I'm still working on it. But anyway, I did get the toasted Peerless bourbon. I haven't opened it yet, so that's behind my TX. One of the things that I like about TX is that their bottle tops are all different. This is their Salute to Service bottle that I got from my cousin who lives down there around Austin, Texas. So, which I thought was really cool. I really enjoyed it, really liked it. Let's see here. Anything else that I can think of to talk about this evening besides a really short stream? It's only been like 50 minutes. Let's see. Oh, what was I gonna do? I guess I could show you guys this if you want to see it. Um, no, that's Fourth Wall. Damn. Fourth Wall makes my merch. They made this shirt, other shirts that I think Matt got one recently that I sent to him. Did I pass on what pick, Andy? Break this out. Oh, you guys are talking amongst yourself. Gotcha. 10-4. Let's see. Anyway. Oh, I was going to let you guys know that if you can if you go to my website or you just send me an email to regulators@peak73.com and you enjoy or I think I'm better doing shorts than I am lives, but I can get you one of these out, or I have other stickers too that I can send you if you would like. Let's see. What was I trying to think? Oh, the what was it? The Whiskeys of the World that we went to was I think that was in November this year. Was in Seattle, and every year they have the Whiskeys of the World event in Seattle, and a ton of different distillers there, and we had a great time. I went with Desert Benny, and they had Bardstown was there, Jack Daniels was there, um, and you had Westland or Copperworks, a bunch of locals. Then you had some different ones from other places as well. It was super crowded. They had a VIP that got to go in like an hour before everybody else, and then they had the regulars that got to go in. So, yeah, Lee, I was going to ask you if you got any. What was I going to ask? I thought about a whiskey the other day that I wanted to find, and I told a couple guys about your store down there, and I don't know if they showed up or not, but they said they were going to. Ooh, that's not good. Definitely not good. Boy. Other local distilleries that I could talk about that I've been to. Oh, we went to my wife and I have been to Chambers Bay. We've been to Heritage, which is in Gig Harbor. It's local, owned by military vets. Um, Huge vet line, but it's really, for me, it's really ethanol forward, but a lot of people like it. Um, hey, Josh, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. You kind of missed the cahoots. I had a wheel set up, but I tried to get it to work earlier, and I couldn't get the stupid thing to work. I was going to send out another sample of something else that I have. Oh yeah, the Doc Swenson's Alter Ego. I like that a lot too. If you haven't tried that, Doc Swenson's Alter Ego, which is also local, it's a sourced whiskey, but man, it's really good. It's finished in it's a straight rye whiskey finished in rum casks, which to me I thought was fantastic. I'd never tried that before. Kind of stumbled across it. I sent it out to we had that Secret Santa that was on TikTok, and I sent it out to a guy and really enjoyed it. It was Whiskey Medic 1987, I think is what his handle was on TikTok. But it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun doing that this year, where everybody got to send out different bottles to different people. They didn't know who it was. All you did was just kind of put your name in the hat, and you had to spend like it was under 50 or 60 bucks, and then everybody got a cool bottle. Then they talked about it, shared it, and stuff like that. So it was fun. I enjoyed it. Um, let's see. Some of the bottles I'm going to be reviewing, of course, is the Toasted Peerless Bourbon that I got, the Westward, and then let's see what else we got. I got some more over there by the bar, but I don't remember exactly what they are now. I have to go over there to get it. I want to take my streaming setup over by the bar, just for the simple fact I think it would do better there. I'm not. I feel like when I'm sitting here, I should be playing a game instead of drinking. Does that make sense? I don't know. Anyway, what are you guys sipping on tonight? Anybody got something they're enjoying? I got my first bottle, my first stag from Lee, actually, with Troy. I still haven't opened it yet, but oh well, soon. Let's see here. Maybe my chat's way behind, or my video is. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out the whole YouTube studio. I don't quite have it down yet. But let's see. Anyway. Hey, thanks everybody for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Like I said, I've never really done a live before, so I don't know exactly what I'm supposed to be talking about. Trying to interact with the chat. I'm kind of watching you guys. So yeah, now I'm just sitting here drinking by myself. Well, I kind of feel like I'm by myself. Not really. Maybe. I don't know. I should have wrote more stuff down. I didn't think I'd be talking about this much stuff. Oh, I got the Green River, what is it? Foolproof the other day, which I had tried, but I was quite pleased with it when I got it. Let's see, what else do I got here? Dun, dun, dun. And other distilleries that I was going to talk about. Let's see. Oh, that's my mix for my blend event. Frey Ranch. Don't ever put it in your blend if you're sending it to Laura and Troy, because Troy will reject it. He doesn't like it. Very subjective. Why do I feel like I'm talking into a tunnel here? That's not even on, is it? Oh, okay. Anyway. Let's see. Yeah, I still write stuff down in books. Oh, yeah, Igor 12. So I had heard about that today, but I also heard about their Weller 18 years straight wheat whiskey. Have you heard about that? I figured Lee would know about that. For the most part. Who knows? Yeah. Frey Ranch, I actually ordered directly from Frey Ranch. I didn't get it anywhere around here, so. Did you? You got my blend? Okay, cool. And you liked it. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Whiskey with some Frey Ranches in the trash. I should have sent you a big S and just mislabeled it. When you get to the ghost dog that I sent you, just be wary of it. You see this little sign right here? That is a ghost pepper that wolf has in his mouth. So, like I said, be wary. Be ready for some heat. It's definitely different, and that is from the Chambers Bay Distillery. So, oh, the end of the year. I will definitely come and visit you whenever you get one. I definitely want to try it. I got to come back anyway. I got to videotape your store. I was so in awe of it when I got there that I totally forgot to tape anything for videos. So, very cool store. I was highly impressed. I've told quite a few people about it. Oh, let's see what else. Oh, oh yeah, Chambers Bay. They do their own bourbons, and one of the cool things about their distillery is that their rick house is on the Puget Sound, so all of their barrels are actually on a rick house that floats on the Puget Sound waters. So it's constantly moving. And I don't know if I like that or not. I thought that they call it their greenhorn was really young, and I wasn't the biggest fan of it. Their bourbon, it's expensive. It's a craft distillery, so it's a little bit more expensive. But Heritage is really nice. Their tasting rooms are really nice. Uh, their whiskey has, it's one of those kind of like Woodinville where you have to kind of like that kind of bourbon in order to enjoy it. Um, I feel like everybody likes things along, well, anything made by Buffalo Trace, it seems, um, or Bardstown Distillery, and I don't know. Oh, Garrison Brothers, the Cowboy Bourbon. I've been looking for that. I've seen it, but it's outrageously priced, and I don't get why it's so outrageously priced. Um, I'm not gonna buy it at that price. It's like $300. Josh, where are you from? What state? I don't know if I can do that or not. See if that helps. Michigan. Oh, okay. Cool. Wow. Thanks for stopping by. That's cool. Yeah, stuck here in Washington myself. All right, let's see. What else was I going to talk about? I had, what are all the distilleries up here? Oh, yeah. So I actually listed them all. I had them written down. I was going to talk about them a little bit. Uh, Chambers Bay is in University Place, Washington. You have Heritage Distillery, which is out of Gig Harbor. The Fremont Mischief Distillery is in Seattle. I've heard good and bad things about that place. Um, Two Bar Distillery in Seattle, Ula Distilleries in Seattle, Bainbridge Organic Distillers is on Bainbridge Island. I've seen their stuff in like Total Wine and More is the only place I've ever really seen that. Copperworks, I've heard good things about them out of Seattle. Westland and their Garyana was like Forbes magazine. It was like one of the top 10 whiskeys of the world. I didn't really get a chance to try it. No, I think I did try that at the Whiskeys of the World. I thought it was pretty good. It's a single malt, so that was a little bit different. Dry Fly out of Spokane, Washington. Old Soldiers Distilleries in Tacoma. Now, I have visited that distillery as well here recently, and he's kind of like it's. You walk down into his distillery, it's kind of like in a basement, but he's got up on his board there that it's a the same mash bill that like his great great grandfather from the Civil War made. It's wild. It's kind of cool. I'll have to go to take a do a video down there to show you guys. Skunk Brothers Spirits, which is in Stevenson, Washington. They have probably the best cinnamon whiskey out there that I've tried. It's actually great around the holidays and stuff. And then the Batch 206 Distillery in Seattle. Those are the ones that I've kind of written down that I want to visit here recently. So in my little cop book here. Let's see here. This oh, Year World 12. Gotcha. I don't know. You think it'll be a money grab? Anything I think with over it, well, anything that's got an age statement on it's probably going to be more expensive. I'm on YouTube and I would love to join you guys, but I don't know how to do it. I'm streaming through, I use Stream Elements as my streaming platform. Man, I wish, I don't know if I can do co-streams with them. I think I'm gonna have to change it up and go to something else. It would be much better if you guys could join because then we could actually, I could see you and talk to you instead of just reading it here on the chat. You had one the other day that I was, I'll look into it. I'll take your advice on streaming platforms and stuff. That might work out a little bit better than this. I've used Stream Elements for years, and like I said, the only reason that I've used it is because it's all that I know. I set it up through when I was doing the game and stuff, and I kind of stuck with it because that's what I knew. So I just stayed with that. Launch Zoom. I could launch a Zoom, but I don't have it set up to stream. So I can end this, and we'll just go. I'll just go to Zoom. Screw it. Yeah, let's do that. Let me get out of here. We'll end the live stream with that. Thank you everybody for stopping in. Again, sorry I didn't have a whole lot to talk about. I thought I did, but I didn't. So, man, you know, things just happen. I had all these cool little things set up where I could do stuff like this.
Emotional damage.
It's really loud, right? Hey, I hope y'all have a fantastic night. I'm going to get out of here. I will work on a little bit better things to talk about and work with. Like I said, I'm just starting. I apologize, but it will get better, I promise. I'm not going to be like this all the time. Anyway, this is why I'm with Cowboy Whiskey Adventures saying we will see you in the daylight. Cheers, my friends.